What's up everyone and welcome to another video. In today's video I'm going to be participating in the biggest Starcraft Evo tournament circuit. Starcraft Evo is a mod where you can play Starcraft 1 against Starcraft 2 and it's amazingly fun. Last season I got invited to the season finale. I had a great time playing, even some great results where I beat freaking Dark, the best Korean Zerg player. Today's tournament is also stacked between amateurs and really big time Korean pros. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's do it. Alright, the first series of the day is going to be against Genghis Khan. Probably not the real one, but I imagine it's... Yeah, I imagine it's supposed to be pronounced that way. Now, the reason why he's asking, you guys might also wonder, is because this is not a regular StarCraft 2 map, right? I think it's really cool about these Evo tournaments that they have their own maps and stuff. Now, I've played this one before, and I know that this is an island map. The first time I played this map, I got incredibly confused because you do have a decent amount of bases you can take, but in the end, it is still going to be an island map. Now, I'm not quite sure what patches have been done since the last time I played. I played in the same circuit, but like the season finale last time. I think that's already a couple months ago at this point, maybe like 2 months ago or so. And I did surprisingly well. I had a really good time, but since then they took a break in hosting these bi-weekly tournaments. So I also haven't played since then, and I have no idea what patches they have done. For some reason the mineral patches look way cooler, but I'm not quite sure if that's just because I forgot what the game actually looks like. Now, let's see. My opponent here was not super high ranked. Another cool thing about Evo is that I noticed it brings a lot of new and old players to competing, which I think is incredibly awesome. And this player, even though he was lower ranked, he still signed up, and I think that's really cool. I think at some point the StarCraft community kind of lost that a little bit, where it's like only the top players still sign up for tournaments and not people that just want to have fun. Saw that in my 2v2 tournament as well, of course. I thought it was super cool to see like a lot of new names sign up and stuff. Let's see, I mined this out. This is a rich gas, by the way. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that I want to go for Wraiths. Wraiths are actually very good on these island maps because they're really good against air in particular. But I can't even imagine, like, imagine if I would go up against 4-gate Blinkstalker, right? And there's just like a prism that goes in here, warps in a bunch of stalkers. I'm not even really sure what I would do against it, to be honest. Do you think I can maybe get some free scouting? Maybe I can find him on accident or something. That would be quite funny. Let's see, I'm gonna put my Marines on the edge. Maybe that's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'll put one Marine over here and another Marine over here, and then I should have sufficient scouting. I do have to say, I don't want to get rid of mules, but it does feel very comfortable to not have to make an orbital command. Because you can just keep making SCVs. Like, for some reason, it just feels like I have a lot more money, but I should probably have taken this gas a little earlier. And now I think I'm just going to spam raids like crazy already. I also think it depends a lot if you play this on how experienced your opponent is in Evo or in Brood War in general, right? Because they, like regular StarCraft 2 players, might not necessarily know these Brood War units. I know there's a lot of people, you know, watching right now that are a little older, played Brood War as kid, and it's kind of hard to imagine that no one played, or that someone hadn't played Brood War. But I can tell you guys, there are high Grandmaster players that were born after StarCraft 2 released. Okay, so there's a lot of people that, yeah, they really have no idea about Brood War at all. Now, obviously, the units are largely the same, but... Now, the first time I got confused because I thought this was a 2-player map, but it's actually a 4-player map. So I don't know where my opponent spawned, but I guess we'll see. I probably shouldn't reveal my raids too early. Got a control tower over here, so how much does a raid cost? 150, 100, okay. Did it cost that much in Brood War? I feel like raids were kind of bad in... I could be wrong, but I feel like raids were kind of bad in Brood War, so I feel like it should be cheaper, but maybe they made it more expensive because it actually kind of works in StarCraft 2. Okay, that's beautiful. How much damage does this do? 10 against ground, 20 against armored air. Oh, by the way, this is pretty sick. Look at this. The units have so many modifiers in this game. Versus light, versus armored, versus shields, normal. I think that's probably not even the most tags I've seen on a unit so far. Now, I needed surprisingly little gas for this. I mean, I know I technically have 4 gases because this is a rich gas, but I still needed surprisingly little gas for this. And I guess I should go across with 3 raids now. Cloak's gonna finish in about 15 seconds. Now, I am pretty happy that I got a relatively low-ranked opponent in the first series. Because like I mentioned, I really hadn't played since that big tournament last time. And I really want to warm up a little bit, get into the flow of things. Okay, so he's not over here. There's also an Omega base in the middle, which would be pretty cool to take for sure. I should probably get some scans, huh? I feel like I'm a little greedy playing without scans. Scans come from an add-on on the command center and not an orbital command, by the way. I guess I need to explain a little bit because I don't know if, you know, some of you might have no idea about how Brood War works at all. So I'll try and do my best. Now, let's see. I kind of hope he's going for air. There is a War Prism. Okay, that is scary because that could mean that he has DTs. DTs would be kind of terrifying. The Academy is going to... Actually, it's going to finish pretty soon. We'll probably be fine. And then I'll get 2 comsat stations. There you go. Is it going to be DTs? I haven't seen anything walk yet. Okay, that actually dies. So... Oh, he tried to recall it. Nah, raids are pretty strong, my friend. They really are pretty strong. Now, I feel like after that kill, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't have anything for this. Like, imagine playing Stark... Oh, it was... No, it was actually DTs. Oh, poor guy. It was DTs. And he lost his prism too fast. Oh, that could have been so painful for me, but instead it wasn't. And now I have a million wraiths in his base. He does have a robo. We do know that. I don't know. Those DTs would have done a lot of damage, but he actually lost the prism. I think he probably didn't have enough money to warp in. Oh my god, you can tell he got confused. He didn't know where to take his base either. Or did he? No, never. Wait, no, he did get confused. How did he even... I guess he just didn't feel like mining out the minerals. I know this map is pretty confusing, but still, you know. I think he definitely got super confused. Dude, you can actually make so many raids so fast. I think this is probably how you want to play as Brood War Terran on this map. Like, I know it looks a little ridiculous, but... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can make so many so fast. They are really fast, and they help you take all these kind of bases as well. Oh, I remember seeing one of the better Evo players. I think it was Top who did that. Oh, these things are armored. Okay. Wait, that's crazy. The fact that they're armored means that they're really good against Phoenixes. I kind of would have imagined that it would be like Banshees, where they take extra damage from Phoenixes, because Phoenix do extra damage against light. But they're armored, meaning that... They really suck against Stalkers, but not against Phoenixes. And that's really good. This is important. Let's just try and remember this for the next time we play this map against the Protoss. Is Stalkers are going to have a really hard time chasing these down. If you play against Stalkers, they're going to have to keep them in the mineral lines. It's not going to be very hard to run around them. Phoenixes will be really good at chasing, but now we know that these things are actually really good against Phoenixes. Whether they're also good against Void Rays, however, that's something we're going to have to find out. Doesn't feel like a natural counter, but that was game number 1. Let's keep it going. Alright, the second game is going to be on ley lines, and in this format, by the way, just to explain the format a little more thoroughly. First, that was a little bit of a lag spike. First, the higher seed gets to pick whether they play Brood War or SE2. You can never play a mirror match, by the way. You can't play Brood War, or Starcraft 2 against Starcraft 2. And after that, the loser of each map picks, and he chose for me to play Brood War again, which I'm very happy with. Because now I'm gonna try a build. This was my main build that I had for the last big tournament that I played, which is just a 1-base 2-rack stim timing, which is a pretty ridiculous build for Starcraft 2 standards, but I think for Brood War Terran is actually very strong. The problem is, I don't quite remember how to do it. So I guess we're going to be figuring that out right now. I kind of want to think that it was 2 barracks before gas. It just makes more sense to me that way. I think it should be 2 barracks before gas. I think usually I would hide that barracks. That makes a lot of sense over here. Like, a lot of those mind game things, they become a little more necessary later on. But if you're learning a build, like let's say you're, I don't know, either playing against the AI or you're just playing custom games to practice or whatever, you just want to make sure that the build actually works, like, money-wise, you know? Now, do I have to wall off my base? That I don't know, because it... Like, you can't lower your depots in Brood War. Well, you actually can't see that because it's below the camera, but you can't lower your depots in Brood War, so I don't really want to block my base, but I also don't want to be scouted. I think I'm just going to do it. I'm going to make this over here. Then I'm going to build the Academy for Stim. And basically what I want to do is make like 5 Marines. Stim finishes really fast in Brood War, by the way. That's the biggest difference over here. Stim finishes super fast. And this is my favorite thing about Brood War Terran. Your medevacs, which are medics, are on barracks tech. So you don't actually have to make a starport. This is exactly what I mean. That's so annoying. I guess I'll have a little bit of a scouting mission over here. Which means you don't need a starport to heal your units, so these units are going to be way stronger early on. Now, was this build... I don't remember if it was... Oh, this is an... Oh, I need to make the decision right now. I'm not sure if it was 4 Marines, 2 medics, or 5 Marines, 1 medic. Or even 6 Marines, 1 medic. I'm not quite sure what it was. Medics are a little faster, I believe, than Marines. They build in 18 seconds. I think I can... No, I can't afford another one, actually. I need to fly this barracks out of the way. Okay, here we go. Then I can move these across already, most likely. Like, it's only 2:30 in game. It must be pretty crazy for you to think about that my stim is literally almost finished. Yeah, okay, the medevac is way faster. 3.94. Yeah, it's almost a full speed faster. Okay, that's good to remember. Then I was even working on a new follow-up, which was some kind of mech follow-up to this. But I didn't really figure that out in the end, so I'm not quite sure. Now, these 5 Marines with the 1 medic are actually very strong. Now, in Brood War, you also have a Marine range upgrade, so I'm going to be getting that now. Make sure I don't get supply blocked over here. And a lot of the games I played, I would actually kill them with this timing, because it's pretty crazy. Like, look how fast that dies. It's actually disgusting. Look at that. Like, these Marines are just insanely strong. If you're not prepared for this, I think you just always die. Like, it's actually just pretty freaking crazy. The best thing you can do is make multiple adepts and actually target the medics, because medics are biological. Or medics are light, sorry. So they take extra damage from adepts, and they also die very fast. Yeah, this is going to be a perfect game here, guys. We're not going to lose a single unit. And I'm telling you, this build is actually not. Now, obviously, I know that we were, you know, a decent bit better than the opponent, but I'm glad that the build still looks very strong. And there we go, the perfect game. 0 units lost, 0 resources lost against 1800, which is freaking brutal. I can't believe that these Marines killed that many resources so fast. It's 348 in the game, and I've killed 1800 resources. I think that might actually be some kind of record, because that's freaking crazy. Now, the first round was relatively easy. The next round is already going to be against one of the players that qualified for the season finals last time, so that's going to be very tough. Wish me luck. Let's do it. All right, the second series is against a Korean Zerg player called Rumeith. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry for butchering your name. But anyway... We just went from playing against a gold player to a grandmaster player. It does seem like there is a little bit of a small lag spike at the start of these games. Not quite sure what it is. Now, this is the matchup that I was actually the best in all of EVO, Brood War Terran, against Starcraft 2 Zerg. And most of the times what I notice is that people prefer to pick the Starcraft 2 races. But I was actually always picking Brood War just because I thought it was the most fun. And I actually really liked Brood War Terran. Once again, in particular because of the medic. Now, I'm going to do the same build that I did in the last game. I think the build worked out well enough. I'm not sure if I should have waited for like another medic or something. But I didn't really like that build order, so I'm going to go for it again. When I beat Dark in the big tournament last time, the Fall Championship, I also played this build. I think I actually played it 3 times. The first time I killed him instantly. The second time, it was like a pretty crazy game where he kind of like bailing all in counter-attacked me, and it became very scrappy and he barely won. And in the other game, I played this build against Roach Ravager and I ended up winning in the end. So it was definitely a bit of a banger. Now, actually, I guess I can just scout with 1 SCV if it pops out on the outside. I guess I'll make a depot over here. It does get a little awkward. It's the same thing again where I don't know if I want to wall fully or not really, you know? Like, against Zerg, it's my instinct that I have to full wall. Okay, this one's gonna be... Oh, wait, I need my academy before I forget. And now I'd only... my barracks just finished, but I could feel that I was close to forgetting my academy there. So I'm glad I didn't. The Overlord spot is here. Alright, am I gonna be able to get that Overlord? I think probably not. Okay, oh, the Overlord is here. Wait, I might be able to get... I'm gonna get that Overlord, I think. Yeah, I am. Unless he has Zerglings out already. Okay, this is painful for him, guys. Look at this. He's probably wondering what on earth I'm doing. Like, why does that... Oh, I might barely not kill it. Please kill it. No, I'm actually barely not gonna kill it. Okay. Oh! I don't think that was my barracks lifting. I think he just did that on accident, didn't he? Like, he just didn't put the Overlord in the correct spot or something. That's at least what it looked like to me. Okay, so now he definitely knows I have 2 barracks. That's a really annoying start for him, by the way. And behind this, I'm just gonna get my command center up. I'm still not sure whether I want to rally. I think I'm going to make 2 more medics actually behind, just because they're so fast. Probably could have moved with those Marines across a little bit faster, but it is what it is. Like my command center behind this. Now, make no mistake, I definitely have to do some serious damage with this. Because, I mean, I'm on 1 base. Zergs also have a really good economy, right? Like, Zergs can make a lot of drones very fast, so I definitely have to get in there. I don't think I make my extra gas yet, even though I have a lot of workers. He doesn't have this 3rd base. Let me check for the next one. I would love to be able to deny a 3rd base with this. Let's see, is he building it? He's not building the 3rd base there either. Okay, so he's playing a little bit scared. He's not going to have Zergling speed yet, that is for sure. Let's see, I'm just going to get in here already. This timing push is just so crazy. See, my extra medics are arriving now. I'm going to be able to target down that queen. Looks like he's making... Oh, this is actually going to be a bailing nest. I love this build so much. It's just so ridiculous. It hits so freaking fast. There's no link speed. There's nothing at all. Now I've got 2 more Marines over here. Definitely want to get those in range of the medics. And now I don't think he can actually fight this. Because I have all these medics over here, I do think I should probably be backing off, actually. If he's gonna run to my side of the map, he might go for like some kind of counterattack with the banelings. Then I should probably make a bunker over here. That makes a lot of sense. I could also wall this off. Okay, so he's actually over here. Let me just split the medics up a little bit. There we go. Make sure that the banelings don't kill absolutely everything. I can probably target fire them because the Marines have such crazy DPS, exactly. He is counterattacking me over here, but there's no bailing, so that's not going to work. I think I'm going to kill this freaking hatchery, guys. I've never had this before. I can tell you guys, this build has had a lot of success in my hands. I don't think I've ever killed the natural hatchery before, though. Like, this is actually crazy work. Now, I think his last attempt is going to be to bailing bust this wall over here. Oh, no, actually going to stay around over here. Targeted banelings. Barely couldn't get the other one, but that is fine. If I was him, I would still go for the all-in, so I'm just going to start a couple extra bunkers. I don't think I have to wall this off, actually. Wait, I can make fire bats, too. Did I do that? Yeah, why not? Oh, that's the wrong button. Let me start some fire bats over here. Man, I feel so excited. I'm just... This is my jam, you know? Like, playing tournaments in different formats in Starcraft, the freaking greatest game ever. This is what gets me excited over here. This is just awesome stuff. Now, I got my 2 fire bats. I'm actually very tempted to send those on the outside. Let's see. Oh my god, they're doing so well. Oh my god, it lived! Man, that is so... That's crazy. Tell me that's not freaking crazy. How did that fire bat live? Okay, these things are pretty good, huh? I think I'm just gonna go for a lift. I could have made 1 fire bat. No, actually, I don't think so. The reason why I shouldn't make a fire bat earlier is because most of the Zergs actually go for roaches. So I think if I go for fire bat, it's just gonna be wasted money. Like, I might as well have made a medic or something instead. Now I have 5 barracks. You guys might think I'm playing a bit crazy, but this is... Oh wait, I did forget I can't salvage the bunkers. I guess for that reason, you don't want to end up making too many bunkers. If you make too many bunkers, you might end up being in trouble. Is there any other upgrade I need? I don't think so. Maybe I should check for a 3rd base over here. I feel like economically... Oh, wait, he does have this base. Huh. Did he have this all this time? I think he might have, actually. Okay, I'm going to be able to... Dude, I don't think he can actually get over here. Like, off creep? Oh, that's crazy. Like, I don't think he can come off creep on this side. I will just target down the bailings. GG is called. And that is game number 1 in the pocket. And I mean, so far, I told you guys that this was probably my best matchup in all of EVO. Once again, sounds crazy because you guys know I'm mainly a Starcraft 2 player. Not actually that fantastic at Brood War at all, even though I played for a long time as a kid. But no one really seems to have the answer to this build, at least for the first time. I don't think I've played against anyone that survived this build the first time. Doesn't matter whether it was a Protoss, Terran, or Zerg, including some of the best Korean players like Dark. But now, I don't know. He could pick Starcraft 2 again and blind counter me, or he could pick Brood War. It's going to be very exciting. Let's get to game number 2. The second game is going to be on Citadel, another SE Evo specific map. And I'm going to play... Oh, I actually got Terran. That's so funny. So the way this works is you pick your race per game and you have to stick to it. So before the tournament starts, you sign up as... Let's say, Brood War, Terran, Starcraft 2 Protoss, like that. Me, because I always want to be cool. Actually, it's more just because I know all the Starcraft 2 races pretty well. I decided to sign up with Starcraft 2 random. So I actually forgot that I was playing that. My opponent chose Brood War. I had to play Starcraft 2. And as I was starting the game, he was like, "You're not playing random," and I was like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. Let's re." And then I re-host it, and then I get Terran from random giving me the advantage because now I'm Terran, and he doesn't know I'm Terran. So that's actually pretty funny. Now I had a build in mind. What I wanted to do was go for a gas first one base factory and do some Hellion run-bys. I'm actually very excited for this game because my opponent, I had never heard of him before Starcraft Evo. I saw that he's a Grandmaster Zerg in SE2. I imagine he's also a good Brood War player because he's been playing these Evo tournaments and getting some really good results. I saw that he almost beat Classic, one of the absolute best players in Evo in general, both in Brood War and Starcraft 2. And he also beat Wayne 2-0, or 2-1 maybe, not quite sure, who is a very high-ranked Starcraft 2 Zerg, so I'm very curious what I'm going to see out of this guy, especially coming from his Brood War, because, you know, as far as Starcraft 2 concerned, I'm pretty used to playing against the best Zerg players in the world, and I know how they play. Now, I do regret my decision to wall on the low ground a little bit. I didn't really realize it was going to be this wide. And what I'm afraid of now is if he would go for some kind of fast Zergling attack, which is definitely possible because this is a 4-player map, I think I'm going to lose at least my reactor and probably a bunch of SCVs. So this was definitely a little bit of a mistake by me. Also, I hope is my command center blocked? Good thing I'm Terran and I can lift it if that's the case. I think I barely blocked it, actually. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, barely not. Okay, thank goodness. All planned, guys. I mean, I do guess my instincts kicked in a little bit there and put it at the right spot, but still. Nothing bad with having a little bit of luck. Now, where the hell do I play? I actually have no idea where I place this depot, because I'm going to place it a little bit up there. Didn't scout him on the first try, which is a little bit annoying. Now, he is not going to have queens. Well, he does have queens, but they're different queens from Brood War. They're not the absolutely freaking menacing tier 1 queens. There are queens that are extremely good against mech, so mech is probably off the table, I think, unless it's like early game. But I could go for something like Banshees. He did scout me first, I saw his Overlord there, so a little bit unfortunate here, but that's okay. Now, one thing I have to be afraid of is... Oh yeah, there's an extra mineral patch. Normally you have 16 on minerals, but here you have 80. You need to get used to that. Like, I need to be afraid of, like, some kind of Hydra attack as well. I don't really remember how you would play against Brood War Zerg, really. Looks like he's taking his third base very freely. I'm actually tempted to go for some Cyclones, you know. He has a Sunken there that is... Ooh, that's painful. That's probably meant... Oh yeah, he's actually going to make a Sunken in every base. That's meant to defend against my Hellions and stuff. Oh, I found the Zerglings. That is really nice. I don't know when he's going to have Zergling speed. Also, in Brood War, I don't think the units actually benefit from creep in terms of speed or anything. So that is something to keep in mind. It's going to be a lot safer to go on creep. And here I'm just going to be able to deny his stuff for a while. Now, I already feel scared because it just feels like he has so much stuff already, doesn't it? Like, the third hatch is freaking finished. I'm not going to be able to get any damage on. It feels a little terrifying. Now, this is a really good spot to have with my units over here. Hydras, I believe, are not light, so Hellions are not going to be that good against them. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. This is a little bit of a difficult one here. I'm not quite sure what I want to do after this. I'm going to go for Cyclones and just going to try to hit a really fast timing, I think. That sounds like a good idea. I'm going to scan. He already has a couple Hydras. Let's see. The Hydras, they're only biological. I don't have anything that is really going to deal with the Hydralisk super well besides just a massive army, basically. Marine tank would be a pretty good choice here. Let's see. He could totally kill my units here, by the way. I don't think I can. Let's see if I can get one nice little bit of splash damage. There we go. He does not have... I think the Hydras have the range upgrade and... probably the same as in StarCraft, right? Range and speed? Or just range? I'm not quite sure. Also, the reason why I'm playing 3 Factory on... Oh, I forgot my second gas there. Why I'm playing 3 Factory on just 2 bases, if you're wondering. It's because it is a little easier to make Lurkers as Brood War Zerg, and Lurkers are the ultimate counter to Battle Mech. Like, you can't really do anything against Lurkers playing like this, so I just wanted to try and get a decent amount of damage done here. Let's see if I can get a lock on with my Cyclone. That's nice. You can tell the Hydras already a lot faster. Pretty good micro here by him as well, pulling that back pretty fast. Let's see. If he fights me, I think I might have a good shot here, because I have a lot of cars. He's trying to target my Cyclones, I think, so I have to be careful for that. Let's see. And my Hellions, in the end, we do get a pretty good fight over here. And if he was greedy, that could maybe lead to us getting an advantage here. That'd be very nice. Let's see. I have to imagine there's just a lot of drones here. Yeah, there are a lot of drones, exactly. I think I'm just going to go for those. I don't want to lose my Cyclone to these freaking links. I got to be careful here. Yeah, those Sunkens are really annoying, huh? What am I going to do against those freaking Sunkens? I don't know. Wait, how much HP did the Hydras have? 80. Upgraded Liberators, perhaps? Could do a deep... Well, I don't really want to play air against a race that has Scourge, which, if you guys don't know what they are, that's basically air banelings. Like, that just sounds absolutely terrifying to me, but who knows. Let's see if I can catch some units for free here. This is a high ground, by the way. Let's see, one Hydra. Hydras are not that expensive, I don't think. Maybe I can... You know what? I'm just going to do it. Fork it. I'm going to play... just a big mech... Oh, what on earth is this? You see, I saw you. Oh, he's going to try to deny this base, huh? Okay, this is going to be a tough one, because I do have to go for this, I think. Let's see. Oh, I'm getting so much splash damage with these. He's going to go for a big Hydra attack, exactly. I can tell that he's surrounding me. As long as the Cyclones survive, I'm fine with this. The Cyclones are going to survive. That's really nice. Yeah, what I'm scared of is if I go for this, if I go for a mech, I mean, he's going to get Queens. The Queens have an ability that basically just one-shots any mech unit. So if I'm playing late-game mech and he's just going to make those, then we're in trouble. He seems to be playing a little more all-in-y than he should, which is really good news for me because I'm getting some fantastic trades here, right? I think his eco is probably pretty crazy, but we are getting some really good trades, and that could mean that we are going to be able to push through at some point. I'm going to get a couple of lock-ons over here. Let's see. If I can get 4 Hydras, that'd be beautiful. I think I got maybe only... I was going to say 3. I think I only got 2. Not 100% sure. Now, my supply is incredibly low. These games are so active because I just feel threatened by the Omega Zerg economy. You guys can probably tell. Like, I really want to get in there and actually get some stuff done. I'm going to try and take these gases. Maybe it's time for... Oh, this is going to be another pretty nice trade here, I think. Oh, he does have a pretty good surround, though. Got to be careful. Let's see. Please don't lose that Cyclone. I did barely lose that Cyclone as well. My... Hellion's getting a pretty decent trade, but in the end, I'm not quite sure if it's going to be enough here. The Hydras have +1 as well, and I think I'm going to have to pull my SCVs against this. And it seems like I did not pick the right strategy here, guys. I got so many good trades, but it just wasn't really meant to be. Let's see if I can save that Cyclone. I do manage to save it. Hellions are getting a really good trade here because of the SCVs. I got a tank showing up as well. Do not want to lose that tank to a couple of Hydras. That would be extremely unfortunate. Let's see, do I have enough SCVs left here? I don't think I do. I actually got Blue Flame, but that was only to be able to deal with drones, not to kill Hydras. As you can see, doesn't really work against those things. Can I maybe save a couple of those and go for a run-by? That'd be fantastic. These Cyclones are going to do quite well for me. I got my 1 tank up now. He's probably going to try and target that one down. It's hard to say how much economy he has. Like, I know Brood War Zerg economy can be pretty freaking crazy and get out of hand. I am going to be able to kill those Hydras, though, seems like. Let me just walk away with this. To the right side over here. Let's see if I can kill the drones. Oh, wait. He made... oh, that's really nice. He made creep colonies, but not the Sunkens. Let's see if I can micro this. The Cyclones did die. Wait, I can't... He chased me that far? I didn't even realize that. Try to kill another drone. I think the Sunkens build pretty fast, so I got to be very careful over here. Now, since we lost so many SCVs, it is easy to say that we are now absolutely forked, but... I'm not 100% convinced that we are yet, to be honest. If I let him get up to Queens, or Defilers as well, then I think we'll definitely be screwed. But if I can just hit the perfect timing before that point, I think we have a good shot here. He's gonna lose a bunch of Hydras here, I think. Oh, my barracks hasn't arrived yet. Thank goodness he didn't actually go for that tank, because I'm pretty sure he would have killed it. Kill another couple of Hydras. He hasn't done any drops yet, kind of surprising, because drops are very Brood War Zerg, I think. So can I get a nice hit off? Okay, he has a lot of gases now. I think that is a good sign that he is gonna go for Queens now. He has been spamming so many Hydras. I'm actually so tempted to just move across. I think I kind of have to. I know it looks crazy, but I think we have to go across. The Hydras are back. Since he's been dragging his entire army around, there is a good chance he uses the all-army button, which is not very typical for Brood War players, but if it is the case, then that's going to be very nice. Okay, so that's Queen, at least the first Queen that we saw. Let's see, I think he might have seen me move out with one of those Overlords, random Overlords on the cliff that he had. Okay, I'm going to try to siege closer over here. Okay, I'm going to be able to kill these Hydras. Going to be a really good start. I have a couple tanks back here. I don't think he realized how big this tank line actually is. He's going in before the queens, and a lot of those die. Wait, was that a queen that I killed, perhaps? It could be the case that I just killed a queen right there. I'm not 100% sure, but that would be a very welcome trade. Now, what's funny is that I'm automatically scared. Oh, that's actually pretty funny. I'm automatically scared for the blinding clouds of the Vipers. I can tell my freaking Starcraft 2-ness is kicking in over here. Because I'm worried about my stuff getting blinding clouded. Gonna get another Hydra over there. Dude, all these units that I can pick off relatively free is just awesome. Now, he doesn't actually have such good upgrades. He's trying to transfer his drones. Let's see if I can kill anything for free. Okay, gotta be really careful over here. I'm sure that he's just spamming queens and hydras like crazy. I don't know where the queens are gonna come from. Let's see, this base is gonna fall now. He does have a lot of bases on the other side as well, though. Oh, he's gonna go for an Omega surround, perhaps? Dude, he has so many freaking hydras. I think the hydras, by the way, I think they're one supply. If I remember correctly, they're one supply, so he can make a gajillion of them. Like, just way too many, you know? So I'm gonna have to keep taking these trades forever. Let's see, there's another Hydra going down. And I move my barracks over here. Maybe getting... I'm gonna send a bunch of SCVs to make some turrets, because I feel like that's the way that I can potentially deal with this. The queens have arrived. He is gonna be able to kill a lot of my tanks over here. And pretty much all of the tanks. He is out of energy, but... I don't have the tanks to fight against this anymore, so now I have to back off. Yeah, if you guys are wondering where my tanks just went, that's exactly what the queens do. They literally have an ability that's like one-shot any mech unit, pretty much. And that's why I was in such a hurry in the end. Okay, my helis are going to do so much splash damage over here. I think I barely don't have enough to deal with this, and that's going to be it for game number 2. 155 supply. But the supply is actually even misleading here, and I don't mean in the good way for me. Like, he has 43 Hydras, okay? Because they're actually one supply. 10 queens and 43 Hydras. I think maybe if my opponent was... Oh, my game just crashed, actually. Well, anyway, if my opponent was a little more nervous and he fought before the queens, then we would have had a chance, but he was very calm and collected. Time for game number 3. At game number 3 of the series, we're going to go back to our trusted Brood War Terran against Starcraft 2 Zerg. Now, these are the kind of tournaments, the kind of events, the kind of game modes that actually get me very excited. Like, a lot of you guys have wondered why I don't really participate in 1v1 tournaments anymore. And it's just because the game just feels pretty much figured out, you know, standard StarCraft 2. It feels like you have to play a certain way, and you just have to do it really well, and it just doesn't really excite me. But when I play something like EVO, like, for example, the last game I lost, right? I kind of got owned even. And it just makes me want to figure out what the hell am I supposed to do, you know? And that's the cool part for me. Like, I'm very curious to actually, you know, kind of spend some time in the lab and figure out how I'm going to beat that Brood War Zerg with my StarCraft 2 Terran. Let alone with the other races, by the way, because I am playing random, but especially with my StarCraft 2 Terran. I'm really quite sure what I should do about that. I'm already tempted to say that I should probably... maybe even skip the Hellions and stuff. Like... I'm trying to think about this from a mind game perspective. I feel like Brood War Zerg has to play a bit overly safe early on. Like, you notice how he was making Sunkens in all of his bases and wall-offs. I kind of think you have to play like that. Otherwise, Hellions get in, maybe like Reapers, blah, 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 right? So maybe I can just abuse that by playing a greedy build myself and then going for Marine Tank. Because the Hydras didn't seem that good until they got the upgrades. So I feel like, I don't know, a couple bunkers and tanks should be able to keep me safe. I'm not going to say that confidently because I don't know if that's 100% true, right? I'm going to need some more practice there, but it's very interesting. But anyway, now we're playing with Brood War Terran, and I'm going to have to see if, yeah, he's going to fall for my build again. I have to imagine this game is already going to be a lot different than the other one. That's kind of how it goes. He knows my build. Now he's going to play it slightly different kind of thing. I'm also going to put my Marine in the inside of my base this time, just in case he's playing like, you know, early pool to try and counter my early Marines, something like that. Let's see. And, okay, I don't know the timing because I don't exactly remember when I scouted. It's probably just, yeah, it looks like it's a hatch first, actually. Let me check how far his gas is. He is going to mine 100 gas as fast as possible. So I think he's definitely aware that I'm going to go for this build again. Actually, I can make one more Marine here, and then I'll make the medic here. I think that's the way the build is supposed to be, because the medic is so fast. He's mining more gas. Okay, there you go. That's a really good scout for us. So I'm already going to have to make some change, but it's probably going to be in the follow-up. I think he's going to maybe try to go for example, a roach all-in after defending the attack. I think that makes a lot of sense. And what I'm going to have to do against that is just make a lot of bio units and not overextend on his side of the map. I see there's an overlord over there. Didn't put that on the pillar properly. Nice for me. Yeah, I would say this is either going to be... I want to say... Oh, no, that's not what I want. Either a Baleen counter or a roach counter. Circling speed is not going to finish for another... I want to say like 25 seconds or so. So I definitely have... Oh, he went for a spine crawler. I can actually kill the spine crawler, I'm pretty sure, by the way. I think I might as well just go for it. Let's see. Oh, my guy wasn't healing. Wait, why is it not healing? What the hell is this? Oh, let me target its spine right now. I'm going to be able to get that, and maybe going to get a couple drones as well. Okay, not the best attack ever there by me, huh? I think... Was my medic... I didn't really check. Was my medivac out of... Or my medevac. My medic out of energy because it was healing the SCV earlier, or... I'm not quite sure what actually happened to that. It didn't seem like it was healing the Marine that I wanted it to heal, or maybe there was just too much damage coming down. That is also very possible. Now, what is my opponent doing? It's really hard to tell. You know what? I'm actually going to go for a scan here. I went up to 4 barracks already. I do think I have a decent setup against whatever attack it could be, but I guess you never really know. The thing is, if he's not going for some kind of drastic attack, I would want to be attacking right now. That's the thing. I'm going to go for a scan. He's going up to a lair. That is... okay. Huh. I don't know. I really don't know. I would love to be able to tell you guys. Since he's making a lair, I feel like I want to go for it. And that's what I'm going to do. Here we go. If he wasn't making a lair, then I would be sure that we were going to get attacked. Since he is making the lair, I actually don't know. And I'm going to go across again. Sucks for me that he has that overlord on the really good pillar. That overlord is actually kind of messing with me over here, because he sees my attacks coming light years in advance. I'm kind of starting to wonder if he went for a hidden expansion, by the way, Brood War style. And I say that because if he's on 2 bases, he should have had a little more. That's what I'm worried about right now. Yeah, I think this might actually be a hidden base, honestly. Let's see, what else? 2 spine crawlers. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna have a little bit of a look around. See, I'll send another Marine over there. Do I have a scan? I do have a scan available. I'm just gonna try and kill the creep over here real quick. And then the circling came from the top side. I know that could have just been his... Okay, so it is actually roaches. Right, okay. Oh, actually I hotkeyed them over my barracks. It's a little bit of a mistake there. I don't have a hotkey for my comsat stations. I don't know where to hotkey these. So that's a little bit annoying. I did not find a hidden base. At least not yet. Gonna go for siege tanks now. I wonder what he's gonna do. His economy is... Oh, that's actually gonna be stuck. Yeah, I'm not gonna get a dropship anytime soon. Guess we'll have to execute the poor guy. Oh! Okay, this is going to be annoying. I think we just run away through this way, try to save as many units as possible. So what he's going to do is he's going to go for roach speed attack, pretty much. That's what it seems to be. I'm actually very tempted to just go past and try and kill that freaking overlord. I do have a lot of units here, by the way. Let's see. Roaches are pretty freaking fast, huh? Somehow I didn't expect them to be that fast. This is going to be a little bit of a crazy game over here. I think I might have to get an engineering bay. That makes a lot of sense. Did I see an overlord in my main base just now? Or am I hallucinating that? I thought I saw a little blue dot over here. Let me have an extra gander. Could be tunneling claws as well. That's on my mind right now, by the way. I feel like tunneling claws would be a little unpleasant to go up against. Fire bats would be pretty much useless right now, of course. Let's see, I'm just gonna go ahead and scan this pillar because I want to get rid of this overlord. This overlord is really annoying me. Now, where do I scan next? Okay, he has 1 armor, huh? That's actually a pretty cool way to go about it. He doesn't have any drones yet. I don't really like the situation. I feel very awkward. This is very unusual. I've had people play roaches, but they wouldn't play it like this. And I'm kind of a little bit lost, I'm not gonna lie. I would like to move on the map with my units, but it's also a little scary. Since my opponent has no workers on his third base, it should be fine for me to just sit back, but I also don't really know for sure. It's just, man, I really need to get used to freaking boudoir building positioning here, huh? Because my SUVs will keep getting stuck. I don't even have a starport yet. I think it's probably a good time for me to go for a starport now so I can get science vessels at some point. That's going to be a very good investment. Now keep in mind, Marines don't have combat shields. It's actually a big problem for the Marines. They do fall off later. So he still does not have... Wait, this is yeah, he has +2 armor. Yikes. Okay, if we fight right now, he would absolutely crush my Marines like ants. So that doesn't seem like a good idea for me to do. See, does he have this base too? He does not have this base. He just has an Omega army. That's what he has. I think I'm really doing the right thing by just sitting here. I know it feels a little weird, but I think it's the name of the game right now. Okay, so I'm gonna start going towards not the best position ever by me, I'll be honest. Kinda need to be afraid of the Ravagers as well. I think what I'm gonna do is I'll split my tanks a little bit and I'll keep my Marines on the right side. I think this is the right way to approach this fight. He knows that I know that he doesn't have a really good economy. The thing is, I never want him to get to lurkers. If he gets to lurkers, then all of a sudden we're gonna be in a little bit of trouble. You do not want to fight against that, I can promise you that, my friend. Let's see if I can get some units on the chase. Now, I did see that he was finally making some drones, so it might be the perfect time for me to actually go across. I'm going to start getting science vessels and upgrade Irradiate, which is just an amazing upgrade against Zerg in general. Let's see. This is one of the scariest attacks I've ever done, to be honest. I'm so scared for the Marines because, like I said, they don't have combat shields, so like a fungal from downtown would be already absolutely devastating. So let's see, where can I find this army? He went for Ultralisk already. Okay, that is a pretty good choice, I think. Let's see, I think I'm just gonna go straight in here. I'm just gonna siege all of my tanks. I wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna try to attack me from the back. Okay, since he has Ultralisk, I'm gonna have to make a couple of extra factories, I think. Here, let me just kill those queens. Could be a counterattack. Doesn't look like it is the case, however. I feel like it would be smart for me to back off. My Marines are not gonna do any damage over here at all. That is the problem. Let's see, I'm gonna have to retreat against those, I'm pretty sure. I don't think there is much I can do against that. I think I'm just gonna have to fight with my stuff over here. Leave my tanks alone. I can't really save those tanks anymore, I don't think. So I'm gonna go back with all of these. Let's see, I'm gonna be able to kill those roaches. Is Ultralisk also coming? Let's see, I'm gonna be able to kill these roaches relatively easily, that's the thing. I don't think I can actually kill the Ultralisk, unfortunately. Like, the Ultralisk are just gonna have an absolute field day with me, so the roaches do die. I do have an Irradiate now, which I need to be very careful with, by the way, because he could totally splash my own freaking units as well. My roaches are on the way back. My tank actually finished, which is pretty funny. Let's see. Oh god, this is so painful. Please kill one Ultralisk at least. That would be nice. Thank you. Almost. There we go. Okay, my tanks are barely going to beat these Ultralisks, or barely not, I think. It's kind of hard to say at this point. My supply is pretty much entirely gone. That Ultralisk does die, excuse me. I do have one more Irradiate that I can use on those units, but I think the Ultralisks have done the job. GG, well played, has to be called. And we are out of the tournament, unfortunately, but I really want to clap for my opponent because I think he actually played very cool. And what I mean by that is not... I don't think necessarily he did the best builds ever, but he was extremely creative, making it extremely difficult for me. I think if I was a little bit more experienced here, my game crashed again. I guess that's another thing to report about the Evo thing. I'll make sure to inform the admins or the dev team of that. But I think if I had a little more experience, I would be able to deal with that kind of weird armor roach play a little bit better. Like, I think I was very insecure. Maybe I should have attacked a little more. Maybe I should have gone straight into mech. But the Ultralisk with the armor, my Marines did absolutely nothing. And that's going to be it for my run. But I had a fantastic time still. I'll definitely play again the next time if I'm available. But that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed my run, a little bit of SE Evo action. If you did, give a video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.